Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to week 2 of At Home Learning. I'm excited to jump back into our iReady Reading Grade 3 packet. We're going to pick up right where we left off from last week. So I was just blown away from how great you guys worked on your theme. I love seeing pictures of your writing. That helps me really see if you're doing those complete sentences and you're restating that question. I am so impressed with you guys. So keep up that great work. Let's go ahead and let's jump back in from where we started. And so if you guys look in your book, let me pick right back up. We're going to start with a new story, and it's going to be on page 22. So we're going to work through pages 22 and 27 today. And this story is a folk tale. Okay, so that should be taking a light bulb moment inside your brain and think, folktale, that genre is going to be teaching me a lesson. It's going to give me a theme to think about. And just like this anchor chart we keep seeing every day is because I want you guys to think about the theme of the story. Remember, the theme of the story is the lesson or the moral the author wants you to learn. Okay, so be on the lookout for characters and how they're interacting with each other, and see if a character is going to change by the end. Are they going to realize, oh yeah, I should have done that? Like the girl and the apples, remember all of her apples came tumbling out? That's a really good thing to go back to. The boy with the bike, and he was so worried, and then he could actually do it. The theme is going to teach us something, okay? So as we're reading this together, be on the lookout. So today our folktale comes from a country called Haiti. Now remember that story in our Wonders book with Martina, the beautiful muchacha cucaracha, that cockroach? And I love that story, and you guys loved it too. That's from Cuba. There were some different cultural things in there that were new to us, that were like, oh, I never knew that's what they did. There's going to be some different things here for in Haiti, because Haiti looks completely different than in the United States. So as we're reading this, just be on the lookout for some maybe different words. We might learn some new different words that are going to be specific to this country. Okay, so this is called Zell, the Gentle Donkey, and it's a folktale from Haiti. Now I'm going to read this with you. If you want to read it to yourself, you can pause me so that you can just be inside your own brain. But if you want to follow along with me, then let's get started. All right, paragraph 1, Zell the Gentle Donkey, a folktale from Haiti. Long ago, there was a gentle donkey named Zell. Everyone in town loved Zell because she was so pleasant and kind. But Zell's owner, Madame Charity, was angry and mean. She was so mean that she threw rocks at birds for singing too loud. She yelled at little boys when they laughed. But she was the meanest of all to poor Zell. Every Saturday, Madame Charity sold sugar and rice at a market. Whoever arrived earliest sold the most. But Madame Charity always woke up late. Then she got angry and yelled at Zell, who had done nothing wrong. In a huff, Madame Charity would load heavy bags of rice and sugar onto Zell's back. Last, she climbed on top of it. "Hurry, Zell," she yelled. "Get me to the market as fast as you can." Although Zell always trotted as fast as she could, it was never fast enough for Madame Charity. So this is important. Zell is doing her best. She's going as fast as she can. She's not being like, oh, I'm going to just waste my time because this lady's mean to me. No, she's actually working really hard, which kind of makes it more sad, doesn't it? Oh, here's a picture. So there's Madame Charity, and she's yelling at Zell. You can see it. Okay, paragraph 4. One day, Zell's friend Talulu the crab visited. "Did you have a good day at the market?" asked Talulu. "Madame Charity was mad at me all day. I work as hard as I can, but she is always mean to me." "Madame Charity is always late. She won't blame herself, so she blames you," said Talulu. "Yes," said Zell, And because everyone's afraid of her angry tongue, she never sells much at the market. I will help you, said Talulu. This is important. Everyone's afraid of her angry tongue. What this means here is that everyone is afraid of getting yelled at by Madame Charity. No one buys her sugar because she yells at them. Why would they want to buy from someone who just screams at them, right? So Talulu says, I will help you, said Talulu. The next Saturday, Madame Charity woke up at 9 a.m. Oh no, I'm late again, she yelled. As she tossed her heavy bags onto Zelle's back, Talulu the crab grabbed onto the hem of her long skirt. That's right here. The hem of a skirt is the bottom, so Talulu just pinched at the bottom of her skirt, okay? Madame Charity climbed onto Zelle's back. Talulu held tightly to her skirt. Okay, keep going. Paragraph 10. Zelle started trotting. Madame Charity remembered how late she was. She opened her mouth to speak angrily, but Talulu pinched her ankle. Ouch! Madame Charity rubbed her ankle. She forgot how late she was, but soon she remembered. Faster, Zelle! Faster, she yelled. And again, Talulu pinched Madame Charity's ankle. Ouch! Shouted Madame Charity. When they got to the market, Madame Charity saw that someone had taken the stall she liked to use. So that this means like the booth, right? It's like a farmer's market. So it's like her parking spot. Someone took it in a fit of rage. This means beyond anger. Madame Charity opened her mouth to yell. And for the third time, Talulu pinched her ankle and Madame Charity screamed. Ah! What's wrong? People asked. Hurry to get to the market. I must have hurt my ankle. It's very painful. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The fish seller said, Madame Charity, you should get up earlier. Then you will not have to rush. Next week, I will wake you up at 6 a.m. Oh, thank you, said Madame Charity. She was surprised at the man's kindness. Let me help fix your ankle, said the fruit seller. In the past, the fruit seller had not talked to Madame Charity. Today, he felt sorry for her. When Madame Charity saw how kind everyone was, she smiled. For the first time, she sold all her rice and sugar. At the end of the day, she saddled Zelle gently and rode quietly home. From that day on, Madame Charity tried not to raise her voice in anger. Sometimes she got angry, but she kept it to herself. And Zelle, the gentle donkey, was happy at last. I'm trying to highlight this last paragraph. I don't know if it's going to work for me. Oh my goodness. From that day on, Madame Charity tried not to raise her voice in anger. So I want you guys to think about something. This story had a huge lesson. Madame Charity went from screaming at people and yelling at people, and no one wanted to buy anything from her. Because if you're getting yelled at, I don't want to go near this lady. She's going crazy, right? But finally, when she was calm and was not screaming at people, she actually sold all of her goods. Zelle is now treated nicely. He's not getting, come on, hurry up, getting screamed at. And Madame Charity's not getting pinched anymore either. So the Talulu, the crab, helped her. Hey, calm down, lady. You need to stop yelling at people, right? I love this story. It really teaches us how being kind helps. If you're kind to other people, good things are going to happen. I say that all the time in class. When you do the right thing, good things happen, right? Being kind really pays off. So look at this first question right here. Which detail in the first part of the story explains why Madame Charity is cruel to Zelle? So go back. Why is Madame Charity so cruel to Zelle? What is her deal? Why is she like that? You can see. Pick the best answer there. Now, number 2. Describe how Talulu helps Zelle. And I got you started. Talulu helps Zelle by. So what does, remember, Talulu's the crab. What does the crab do to help Zelle? If you don't remember, go back and look. Now remember, guys, you can pause me. If you press your space bar, if you're on a laptop or a computer, if you press your space bar, you can pause me. So if I'm going too fast. Okay, so get started. Okay, number 3. I actually helped you with this one, so you're welcome. What is the central message of this story? And I got it right here. Kindness gets better results than anger. If you're kind to people, it's always going to be better because people, they are not going to want to work with people who are angry all the time. That would be really hard. Kindness always gets better results than anger. And which sentence from the story is most important to that message? So which of these pick the best answer supports letter B? Which one helps support that kindness is better than anger? So look through, pick your best. You got to do this one on your own. Okay, now last couple questions. What is the meaning of the word market? Now, what is a market? Now remember, this is a strategy. Plug it in, plug it in. Every Saturday, Madame Charity sold sugar and rice at a market. Madame Charity sold sugar and rice at a store where food and spices are bought. Sold sugar and rice at a place where people buy and sell things. At a street fair where people gather. Or at a bank where money is exchanged. This is a clue, selling something. So pick the best answer. All right, and for the last couple questions, which is really going to take some good thinking here. A central message of Zell the Gentle Donkey is that being kind to others can cause good things to happen. That is the message right there. Being kind to others can cause good things to happen. Make a list of things from the story that tell about the kindness of some of the characters. So I put one character for you. Talulu helps Zell by pinching Madame Charity. What are 2 other kind things that happen in this story? Do you remember what one of the sellers does for Madame Charity? Who's going to wake her up at 6 a.m.? Do you remember? Who is going to help her? Write that down. You have 2 more to do. Okay, I gave you 1. You need 2 more things that are kind. So go back in the story and go find who else does. Ooh, I see it. I see a couple people who are being kind to Madame Charity. You got to do this on your own. And the last question, whoopsie, is right here. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Review the central message of Zell the Gentle Donkey. Here's the central message. Being kind can cause good things to happen. Explain how the characters in the story help deliver this message. Explain how the characters in the story help deliver this message. So look how much writing they want you to do. Okay? So I'm going to help you get started. So review the central message of the story. So let's rewrite the central message of the story. The central message of the story, I'll move myself up here. I'm going to copy right from the question, is being kind to others can cause good things to happen. How do the characters in the story help deliver? The characters in the story show this by, what do some of the characters do? So I'm going to write about Talulu, and you should have at least more sentences about the other characters. What other characters help to show kindness? How do they show that being kind can be good things to happen? What else do you notice? Okay, so I want your goal here to be, try to get a good 5-sentence paragraph, okay? Shoot for 5 sentences today. You guys got this. And that is it. Because this last part right here, page 27, explain why understanding the central message of the story will help you understand the text that you read. This is just, we've talked about this before. This is about the theme of the story. The theme teaches us a lesson. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this one, but I want you guys to make sure you work on your extended response today. Good luck, everybody. This story was fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, send me a dojo. Bye.